Hey, what's up guys? I just wanted to take the time to make this quick video. First of all, huge disclaimer, this is not Day One Productions, even though you're watching this on our YouTube channel. This is actually my workplace. Those of you that know, I have a full-time job over at Texas Southmost College here in the area where I work. And Day One Production is just something that we do off on the side and things like that. But today we just wrapped up a really cool event, and I wanted to go ahead and take the time and share with you this setup for today, because it included everything from multiple cameras, wireless cameras, comms headsets, lapels, antenna distribution to be able to get those wireless mics in, everything. And then on top of that, that was being live streamed to our Facebook page. I'm gonna go ahead and put a link in the description so you can go ahead and check that out and check the actual live event that we had. It's super awesome. But I wanna start here. This was our master control room. We had our audio engineer sitting here as well as our video director. The video director was switching on the Roland VR50 HD. He had two cameras coming in from our main station, and I'll show you that in a bit, as well as a third camera coming on wireless. On top of that, he had this computer running ProPresenter, and he was running in graphics and video loops into the Roland switcher as well. He was able to key out some graphics to make it look transparent and look very professional in that sense. On that screen up there, what you're watching with levels and whatnot is the program output that's coming actually from the computer running live stream, and I'll show you that in a bit as well. So on the computer that I'm going to show you, I'm running Livestream Studio, and it's sending out a program output to that screen so that they can see what people are watching over on Facebook whenever we're live. He can see it here as well, but on top of that, I'm also adding graphics so he can see the full program out. Our audio engineer can verify that we're getting levels, and so it's just a good reference for them. So let's go ahead and go over to the other station, which is where I was sitting, and we'll check that out. You can see I have two computers right here. One of them is running, like I told you, Livestream Studio, and the other one is running ProPresenter, another version of ProPresenter to send out to the screens that I'll show you in a bit. The biggest thing that I want to share with you here is how the signal flow was happening. So you saw the video switcher in that room back there. That video switcher was sending the program output feed through SDI, coming into a capture card, and then that capture card was going into Livestream Studio. But the cool option with Livestream Studio is that we were able to send multiple things out. So first of all, we're able to pull the Facebook comments from Facebook and put them real time in our stream. And so that allowed us to engage very well with our viewers. And so that was really fun. The other thing that this allows us is, like you saw in that room, it sends a program output into that room, and I can send them whatever I want. I can send them a split screen of multiple things or just the program output if they want to. But I send out two more outputs, and I did that through NDI. So this computer and this computer are both network connected through a switch that I have here. I'm sending an NDI output from this computer with the program out, as well as NDI output with the Facebook comments. On this computer, we got all our presentations, slides that are gonna show up on that screen up there in the front. But on top of that, we also have notes, and those notes are going to the reference monitor. And you might think, well, that's something typical that you would do with ProPresenter, but the cool thing that we incorporated in this one is, remember I told you I have two NDI outputs coming from that guy? Both of those NDI outputs are going into ProPresenter, and then for the person that is hosting the event, the MC, in the reference monitor, I actually have a view that allows them to view not just their notes, but also their comments on a lower third, as well as a program output at the same time. So the fact that ProPresenter 7 is just so powerful and can allow us to do that is so amazing. And on top of the two NDI outputs that I have going from this guy, I have two NDI outputs coming from the computer back into itself. So you could say it's kind of like a virtual video input. Pretty much what it's doing is we had a website that we had to share up on the screen so that people can see it. And the cool thing about that NDI output is that it allows us to scroll here and people can see real time what's happening up there. Now, the way that we accomplished that was that we went ahead and used OBS, another broadcasting software, to make that very clean. So we did a window capture from OBS. We cropped out just the part that we wanted to see on the screen. Then OBS is sending out an NDI output, and then ProPresenter is picking that NDI output and then just showing it inside that graphic. Another option that we had in there was we had a raffle. So we were doing a raffle for this event, and what would happen is when people would click that wheel, we can also send it over there, and again, same thing, we're using that through an NDI output, capturing the Chrome output into OBS sending an NDI output, bringing it back into ProPresenter, and it was just so flexible. Again, the flexibility of ProPresenter and how it allows us to do that. So let me show you a couple of more things over here on this end. We got our two C100s that we were using. These were both feeding that roll-in switcher, a wide and a tight for the main area. This is the main area that I was just talking to you guys about. And so again, you can see I've got that screen behind me as well as the reference monitor. And what I was telling you about the NDI inputs, I've got notes coming from ProPresenter, an NDI output coming from Livestream Studio into ProPresenter, and that's where they can see the comments, and I could also push those comments into the program output. So this is pretty much the program output coming from this camera right here. So my wide shot, you can see it right there. And of course, I just put in the time. We added a couple of lighting here, another light back here behind me. And then let me show you also in terms of audio what we did. So for the audio side of things, we went ahead and went with an X32 producer. On this rack, we have it mounted there, as well as 8 wireless Sennheiser microphones, just like the one that I'm using right now. And the important thing that I want to outline of this one is the antenna distribution. These antennas is critical to have them because these are very small packs, and in this specific situation, we were going to have people floating around this entire building with the wireless camera. So it was important for that signal to be able to get all the way back to the audio. And then on the audio side of things also, we have this monitor that was acting as a reference monitor for the MC that was here in this main area. This monitor was just pretty much a mix minus, and so what all that means is that it was sending all the audio except for her microphone. That way we didn't cause any feedback or anything like that. And we had another reference monitor over by the back that was helping us reinforce all that audio to the rest of the people as they were walking around. We had a wireless camera that was going just all around this area. And if you can see up here, we have a wireless antenna. And this guy is the Ghost Eye. That's what we were using to have that roaming camera. They were on a gimbal, and they were just able to go ahead and send us a wireless signal, not having to be attached to a wire or anything like that. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go ahead and put links for all the equipment and all the things that I covered here today down below. So feel free to check that out. As always, remember to keep learning, share, and inspire others. Thanks, and God bless you.